So, there's this video people have bugged me to watch for like fucking 2 weeks now. So I guess we have to watch it. So, how I broke up with Adobe. People have sent it to me so many fucking times. I think I've gotten it sent to me like 5 times at this point. And it's been linked in chat before. So I guess we have to watch it. Anyway, let's have a look at this. I've never seen this guy's channel. I have no idea what this video is.
I had fun.
What the fuck is this stuff? Okay. Let's start again. That was not I was not expecting that intro.
I had finally snapped. My brain was on fire. I was having
How's the audio, by the way?
An out-of-body experience, watching myself, shaking and desperate and screaming. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Adobe had just corrupted my file.
Oh shit. Video a little quiet. Okay, let's go here. How's this?
Days of my best work down the drain, and so I poured every drop
Louder,
of my secret,
quieter.
simmering resentment into a work of video art. Breaking up with Adobe. It was viewed 6 million times across the internet. It
okay.
resonated. People were tired of their own codependent relationships with their
What in the world is this channel?
software, and yet there I was, still crawling back like a schmuck, night after night, hoping this time would be different. But then one
it will never be different. It's Adobe.
Tutorial on Davinci Resolve, and something changed in me.
Davinci! We love Davinci. You don't know how many people in the Linux world who, like, otherwise would talk about free software. They're like, ooh, free software's great, free software's great, I only use Linux. You don't know how many of them use Davinci Resolve. You have no idea how many of them actually use Davinci Resolve. He animated all of this? That's awesome.
I dared to dream. So I built up the courage, packed my bags, and said, listen up, toots. You and me, we're done. I'm making this next project without you.
Fuck you.
This was a terrible idea.
Sounds like it.
See, I got decades of experience with Adobe software, and now I was...
He doesn't... Wait. What do you mean, decades of experience? You don't... How old is this guy? He doesn't look any older than, like, 30. At the absolute latest. Like, at best, you could have, like... Is this not, like, an actual model? An actual person? I thought this was a person that had filters over it, and the other part was an animation. Is all of this animated? How old's Adobe? Since the 90s. Adobe's been around for a long time. Maybe 80s, actually.
Stuck rebuilding my VFX pipeline from scratch. Everything was in...
He's in his 30s. He's been animating since he was in his teens. Okay, so technically he could have 2 decades. Sure, fair enough.
And now I was stuck rebuilding my VFX pipeline from scratch. Everything was annoying, and I kept getting stuck on the most basic stuff. I felt so lonely. The key difference from using After Effects is that Davinci Resolve uses a system known as node compositing. The video signal is loaded from the initial node that flows to other nodes which distort and filter the signal.
This is the way that like Blender works as well. And like if you do like Unreal keyframing, it works in an Adobe system as well.
Put the signal into multiple streams, alter them, and then recombine them before it all flows into the final output composite.
Yeah, there you go. So it actually, yeah.
Before it all flows into the final output composite.
He is also... Wait, I thought the glasses were actually handled through like a filter. No, the glasses are also a filter, but he's got the glasses whited out as well. Actually a great way to do it. That saves a lot of effort.
I really started to see the benefits of this new workflow. It feels less like you're just stacking these prefab effects, and more like you're building your own custom machines. Build them once.
Yeah, node-based systems are really cool. Layer-based editors are very easy to work with. Like, they logically make sense. If you put a crop filter on top of a blur filter, you're going to be cropping what has been blurred. But for power and flexibility, node-based systems are just better. Assuming you have a node system that actually is convenient to work with, because if you don't, you can start having problems. Like, Olive was a node-based video editor, and it was good. I wish I knew what that meant. So, okay, so in Kdenlive, when you have effects, I can actually show you. So, let's open up, I don't know, this one. So, in Kdenlive, let's say I wanted to add a transform. So that is one layer of effects. And then let's say I wanted to add a transparency. So these effects are layered on top of each other. Then I want to add a blur. So basically, one effect is done, then the next effect, and then the next effect. With a node-based system, you can have things like, oh, I'm going to have two effects applied at the same time, or I can use the same effect across multiple different clips, or I can very easily take one of these out and then like swap something else in. Node-based systems allow you to do everything a layer-based system does as well, but they also offer a lot more power, assuming it's programmed in a way that offers power.
And then reuse them endlessly.
Is Qdot the butt plug man? Yes, Qdot is the butt plug man. Yes.
You can group your machine into a single node, remove any unneeded
and there's also that, yeah.
And if essentially...
So if you wanted to reuse a bunch of effects as well, you could also like save an effect stack or effect node grouping.
Made your own friggin' plugin, and there's a whole community of people who make their own and then they share them with each other. That is dope. And I haven't even spoken about the integration between the sound, color, and the editing pages. And I've got nothing to say about it except it's just good. I'm getting a bit emotional right now. Another big component of my work is the sound design, and while Resolve's built-in DAW is probably capable for most people's video editing needs, I'll show you what I use to get just that little bit of extra pizzazz.
Reaper! Yeah!
Created by the guy that did Winamp. It reminds me of the time...
I forgot about that. Yes, it is. Like original Winamp, not like Winamp now. Does it mention it on their page? No. Give me a second. Reaper Wikipedia. Yeah, here you go. Justin Frankel, who is one of the original developers of Winamp. This guy. Founder of CockOS. Or Cocos? I'm gonna say CockOS because it's funnier. Also, he made GNU Taylor as well. And Shoutcast, by the way. Yeah, he's done quite a few things.
When companies used to take pride in their software, it's homely. And I know it doesn't look like much at first, but when you get a little more acquainted, no, baby. It's extremely customizable. All of these context-aware cursor tools can be changed. The layout restructured, reskinned. Endless scripts the community have written lets you change the finest detail
Reaper is really cool.
Exactly as you want it. I have it set up so that when I rename a track, it automatically recolors and applies the correct settings. But get a load of this shit. This dude made a tool that lets you record video direct to the timeline.
Wow.
Then you can edit it in Reaper. It's like how you record takes to a song, and then you can export non-destructively into Resolve. How could you not fall in love with that? So for the last few months, I've also been using Affinity Photo, Toon Boom Harmony, Unreal Engine, FL Studio, Clip Studio.
Unreal Engine is one of these really cool tools where people obviously talk about it in the context of game development, but it doesn't like Pixar or... I think Pixar uses UE5 for at least some of their work. I don't know if they use it for everything. But I do know a lot of big movie studios use UE5.
Paint, and I love each and every one of them. But I'll tell you a secret. I had ulterior motives for breaking up.
Deadmau5 uses UE for concept visuals? That makes sense.
For years now, I've been infatuated with Linux.
We love Linux! Chapter 4, Linux, GNU operating system, release notes, release date. Wow, this, okay, wait. What, I don't know what any of this means. Fun gameplay. What?
Ending my reliance on Adobe finally gave me the confidence to start experimenting with a new operating system.
But aren't you an Affinity user? Does Affinity work well in Wine? I actually don't know. Wine, Affinity, Photo. Apparently you can get it working. Does Reaper have a Linux build, or Reaper has a Linux build? Okay. I guess if you moved away from Adobe, it seems like everything else should be fine.
And I was determined to learn about the terminal.
Wow.
Flatpaks. And of course, Fisk. Something that I didn't quite grasp about
We love
Linux
Fisk.
early on, but I've come to really love and appreciate about it. Is that it's built for you to customize and really make
True.
your own. So you might think that there's missing features in the sound panel. Well, it's designed for you to
Hey! Hey, it's QPW Graph! Great program. Fucking love it. Everyone should use it. Mine's a bit messy right now, but ignore that.
whatever sound panel you want. And people have made heaps of them. It's basic for
Is he using Mint?
whatever sound panel you want. And people...
What does it do? Well, what you can do is you can reroute audio to various places. So if I wanted something, what's something I can break at this moment? Where's my microphone? Maybe. Oh, actually, here's something. So if I were to delete this line right here, my mic is going to stop working. Now, obviously, that by itself is not very useful, but you could then take this and then route it into, say... Actually, here's something. So, where is it? I could take my mic audio and then route it into this. And now... Oh, that's not assigned to any audio tracks. And now, if I actually assign it to an audio track, it deleted it. Okay, the jack server's not turned on. Okay, there's a few things that I haven't got set up correctly. Here we go. Okay, now you can hear my mic twice. So what is happening right now is this mic is going to both my OBS capture and also a separate jack server I have started from OBS. So I could take specifically my desktop audio and then route it. Actually, here's an example. So, okay. Here is Firefox. Okay. So if we take this right here, route it into the correct things, route that into input 1, route that into input 2, and I... What the hell is that? Okay, maybe not that one. Where the hell is that audio source? Okay, OBS has made a couple of ones that I don't even know where they're located. Let's use the one I actually know where it is. So route that into there, route that into there. Okay, so right now, I have my desktop audio unmuted. If I go and mute this, and then I start playing the video, you should have been able to hear it, but I routed the wrong thing. Did I route the wrong thing? Wait. How I broke it with that? Did I? Oh no, that's not the wrong. Okay, audio is complicated. Doing this live is a pain in the ass. Don't do this live. Why is that not working, actually?
Reason, and that's to give you
That's a good question. Oh, notice, it's working now.
a solid,
There we go.
lightweight base for you to build on top of. A popular distro is
So even though my actual desktop audio is muted, it's going to a different audio source. Don't do live demos. That's my point. Don't do live demos. Basically, you can reroute audio to whatever you want to route it to. Like, that's the main thing. For a lot of people, it's completely useless.
about Linux.
But for me, it's very, very useful. It's useful for streamers, effectively.
Of course.
And anyone who wants to reroute their audio.
Something that I didn't quite grasp about Linux early on, but I've come to
Just record full desktop audio, 5-head? Correct. That's what I do right now. However, let's say I wanted to capture my game audio and Discord audio separately. This is what it will let you do it. Or let's say I have a soundboard and I wanted to redirect it to my mic. That's another thing you could do.
really love and appreciate about it is that it's built for you to customize and really make your own. So you might think that there's missing features in the sound panel. Well, it's designed for you to install whatever sound panel you want. And people have made heaps of them. It's basic for a reason, and that's to give you a solid, lightweight base for you to build on top of. A popular distro is Linux Mint. And
It
when
is.
I first used it, I thought, I like the taskbar, I like the way the panels snap, I like the way it feels like Windows. But even all that stuff is just
It's almost like GNOME is not exactly a great face of Linux, isn't it? Crazy. Imagine that.
a pre-installed graphical user interface called Cinnamon, which is
It is.
installed on top of Mint. You can change it to something else. You can make it feel like Mac OS, or have no user interface, or some interface that looks like
Well, that would be a
Mac
user
OS,
interface.
or have no
What is this? Is this... He's using a fish shell? Wait, this has got to be... Is this his... I don't know what window manager this is. Could be like Hyperland or something. Not a fan of Cinnamon, looks really outdated. I hate that. I absolutely hate that description. I cannot stand the explanation that something looks out of date. That's why it looks bad. I have had people explain that KDE 6 looks out of date. What does out of date mean? What does outdated mean? Does it look bad? Does it look good? What about it is wrong? Because just because something hasn't changed in a long time doesn't mean it's bad. I think, like, saying something is outdated is sort of just like it's a cop-out explanation for, I don't like this. And that's fine. If you don't like it, that's all good. But if you want something to improve, saying it's outdated is completely worthless. I use Cinnamon, I'll say that the default icons look ugly. What don't you like about the icons?
user interface, or some interface that looks like something that you've never even seen before. And it feels
Testing it on GNOME.
or some interface
Not flat enough. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It looks like something that you've never even seen before.
True.
It feels so snappy. Why is it so slow on Windows to load a folder full of WAV files? And why does
Windows
file
sucks.
search still suck? I used it on my friend's Mac OS, and it was instant. That was 20 fucking years ago. I love that Linux isn't
Mac-based.
giving me recommendations or pop-ups or trying to steal my shit. It just leaves me alone. And don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of headaches. And getting everything up and running is not exactly a wank in the park. But you know, a few years ago...
I'm sorry, what was that? What was that?
Now most of them run park. Headaches. And getting everything up and running is not exactly a wank in the park.
I see. I would encourage you not to do that. I think the police would have a problem with that as well.
But you know, a few years ago, you couldn't even run games on Linux. Now most...
When was Proton? 2018? When did Proton release? August 21st, 2018. Fucking hell, it's been a while now.
of them run fine. It's just such a good time to jump on board.
Schmoodaha!
Things are getting more compatible as time goes on. Thanks, Gabe. But the thing I like most about Linux is that despite the headaches trying to get everything to run, there's a real sense of passion and optimism in the community. It feels like technology made by humans.
Wow.
For humans.
Imagine that.
It's a freaking tear to my eye. It reminds me of when I was just first
The design is very
computers
human.
and all the things you could learn. Made me realize how much I've missed that sense of passion and optimism about tinkering around with technology. Yeah. I'd really recommend just installing Linux Mint to a USB stick, running it off that if you want to try it out. Don't worry,
Fair?
you won't break anything.
Probably.
So everybody's been dunking on Adobe and Microsoft lately.
Fair.
I think that both
Fair,
companies have
though.
become a symbol of just the general hatred that we all have towards big tech. But clearly for them, they don't give a shit how much
Nah.
we hate them.
Not
It's
at
about
all.
whether you decide to leave.
All they care about is money. Speak with your wallet. If you do not like Adobe, stop giving them your money. If you give them your money, they do not care about your opinion.
A lot of people would like
Sorry, what does that say? Sorry, you went a little bit too hard in the effects here. Oh, getting out. Okay, that's what it says.
A lot of people would like to make a switch, but it can be pretty hard. I get it. It costs time, energy, lost revenue, and
Yeah.
they don't make it easy for you to just pack up and bail. It's simply much more convenient to stay with them. But I've got
True.
a little public service announcement.
Just don't have a job.
about
That
the
makes it
true
easy.
cost of staying in your convenient big tech relationship. The technologies we use become an extension of us, interwoven into our workflows, industry, infrastructure, enmeshed with the fabric of our culture and society. It's how we spend our time and interface with reality. There is a brazen, perverse business culture permeating big tech. It's not to deliver a quality product or solution.
This is a
to
fantastic
soothe,
video,
try
by the
and
way.
coerce you, to make you reliant, addicted, and dependent. Then they lobby, change the political landscape to their favor, to capitalize on the problems that they've fermented. The world is spiraling at the whims of a perpetual motion profit machine. A sick competition of power-hungry addicts. Out to brainwash
Sudden Mr.
you,
Robot
drain
Red.
your blood
Actually
and
true, though.
smash your molecules into shell to profit. Brace yourselves. Truth bomb. It's up to you now to stand up and do something about it. Take
True,
action
brother.
now. Value your privacy.
Yup.
Find ethical.
Wait, does it say Microsoft are
Take
total
action
wankers?
now. Value.
It does say that. Microsoft are total wankers. True and real. Say no to bullshit, dickheads.
Your privacy. Find ethical alternatives built by people who are not out to fuck you over. Because taking back control of our tools is one defense against the system they're assembling. The oligarchs of big tech are descending on you, cementing their monopolies and locking that shit in. We have this window to act while
Windows?
we can, because the stakes aren't just about a banal feature or a subscription payment. It's about preserving a relationship with technology that's made for us.
Alrighty then. All fucking righty then. Why does Ludwig have red hair? Whatever. That was a really good video. I see why people have bugged me to watch it now. I understand. I have no idea what... Actually, let me just sub on the other channel. The main channel. Here we go. That's a good video. That is a really good video. Yeah, I can see why he takes months to make videos. That is understandable. What is his first one, actually? Let's see what he originally did. Roller Coaster Junkie, a cartoon about roller coaster. 15 years ago! Holy shit, he's been around for a bit. Fucking hell. When did the channel get made? 2000... Okay, so he almost certainly has videos older than this that he's deleted or have privated. He is really OG. When did Google purchase YouTube? Google buys YouTube. What? I know it was in 2006. November 2006. So he joined the month that... he joined the month that Google was purchased. YouTube was purchased. Fucking hell. I've had accounts since that long. My main account right now isn't that old. I've been around on YouTube since that long ago. But he's been doing shit for years. That's a good video. I like that. I'm definitely going to check it, some of the other stuff if anything else fun comes up.